Okay, so I've had this thought in my head for a while, and feel free to tell me your opinion on it. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Destiny and the cycle a little bit of it that it's going through currently, and why I think Bungie should just straight up stop doing seasonal content. Now, if you've played Destiny at any time in your gaming career, so to speak, you know what Destiny is like. It's very, oh, we're so back, and oh my god, it's Jover. That's literally what I would define Destiny as a game as. And for live service games in general, this is the case. A lot of people are experiencing that with Overwatch right now. I mean, Marvel Rivals is new, and certainly it is very, very similar to Overwatch, but its differences are what make it better. And I think Blizzard is getting a taste of their own medicine, and maybe they'll figure it out eventually, right? I mean, they are bringing back 6v6, so who knows? That's a whole different can of worms. But for those types of games to have seasonal models, it makes sense. I mean, they're a PvP based game for the most part, and the whole point of those games is PvP, right? And they can do little patches to balance everything now and then, and do really cool cosmetic stuff as well as events in game that obviously don't take as much effort as whole releases like with Destiny, right? Or at least I don't think they do. I'm not a game dev, so if there are any game devs in watching this video, tell me I'm wrong if I am, please. But if Destiny moved away from this model and everything was poured into each expansion, could we see the best expansions that have ever released? I mean, Final Shape was made alongside Into the Light. Those two pieces alone were amazing, right? And initially we were told, before we got the details on Frontiers, that the future was going to be just Into the Light updates. Like, that was the only type of content we were going to see, and obviously that changed. Obviously, the question that you might be asking yourself is, would Bungie do this? And I think that money is a huge problem for them, or at least it seems to be. That's why they've had to lay off so many people, and maybe this helps them save money. And in turn, with making really good expansions, do you get the word of mouth to be different about Destiny each year? Do you get people to be excited on an annual basis to play your game, and maybe even create such a vast endgame with the amount of time that you'd have, because you wouldn't be so focused or busy making seasonal content, right? I know there's probably just a small live team that makes the seasonal content, because obviously you have a team that's working on Frontiers and whatnot, but the resources that they can move from those live teams, from, you know, the Crucible Strike team to the seasonal team, all of those resources could be moved towards developing stuff for the next expansion, right? Obviously you'd still need people doing balancing patches and Crucible patches and whatnot, so it's not a 100% move of all those assets to the next expansion. It's, you know, just a little bit of help here and there. And yeah, this is just an idea, so, you know, you feel free to roast me for sharing my opinion, but I really just wanted to see what people thought about this. If it's something realistic, I don't know. I, again, just think it would make so much more sense to save the game in the long run, because this is basically what we end up doing anyways, is waiting for the annual expansion to not really save the game, but to reinvigorate it, to bring people back, to have the dedicated players say, man, the game is great right now, pick it up. And then people come flowing to the game, and it all ends pretty quickly, because people will do the campaigns, they'll have fun for a little while, maybe they'll do a little bit of the end game, and then they'll say, I'm satisfied. And the dedicated community will stick around and play more and eventually burn themselves out. And by the time that happens, a season is out and the content is okay, but you compare it to the expansion and you're like, man, this sucks. It's like having Wagyu steak and then eating a Big Mac right after. There is a clear difference in the quality of the meat, but, you know, you're gonna eat the Big Mac anyways. It's a Big Mac. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you don't like Big Macs, but you get the point. I just think it'd be nice, instead of as a content creator and as a fan of the game, a wannabe content creator. I mean, I'm not quite there yet. To not have these questions each year, and to not have to make the video of, is Destiny dying, or, you know, is it bad? It would be nice to not have this controversy every single year, and to see that cycle change. Will it? Probably not, because I mean, it's worked for 10 years, and if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? But I do think that now, after the end of the main story of the Light and Darkness saga, it might be a little broken, right? So again, just a thought, just a theory. I'm not going to say the thing, because that's not my thing. But if you watched this far into the video, thanks for watching. You're probably listening to this either Tuesday or maybe late Tuesday, but there's a very high chance if you're listening to it around noon or afternoon that I'm live right now, so come say hi if I am. If not, thanks again for watching, and see ya.